Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kevin from BFB, and welcome to another episode of Real Talk about crypto coins, where we cover the hottest and most controversial coins as requested by you, our community. And I'm excited today to announce that in this episode number 2, we're going to be covering Verge, or ticker symbol XVG, the privacy and anonymity coin that we all know about. And as always, we're going to be covering the good and the bad, both the pros and cons of this coin. So if you're a big bag holder, or maybe you're the cousin of the lead developer and only want to hear good things about it, and take all criticism as a personal attack, then you can stop this video right here because this is not the one for you to watch. But anyways, I'm really excited to dive into the coin and do the research for you to break it all down. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to business. Okay, so Verge, or ticker symbol XVG. This one was admittedly a really difficult one to do research on because there was a lot of information on both sides of the fence for and against Verge, and just a lot of noise out there if you've ever tried to do your own research on Verge and tried to work past that noise to find out what's actually true. And so I took a lot of time to do that, and this is my take on it based on what I've read from both sides. So of course, I'm only human and may have made a mistake. If you think I have, then please leave a link below in the comments with a detailed source or explanation about why a certain point you don't agree with. And I would love to read that and maybe change my mind on a topic. So without further ado, what is Verge for those of you who don't know? Well, it's a privacy and anonymity focused coin, much like the other ones like Monero, Zcash, etc. It actually started out in 2014 as Dogecoin Dark, which was a fork of Dogecoin, and it got rebranded as Verge in 2016. It really got massive gains in 2017. At its highest point, it gained more than 1,000,000% from its lowest point in 2017. So that by itself made people millionaires if they cashed out at that time, and also just drew a lot of interest from the broader crypto community because of all those gains. And they also have a different approach from other coins in this privacy and anonymity space because they have a public ledger option, which makes it easier for merchant adoption while also allowing for privacy with other aspects. And they're a proof of work coin, which means it's mineable, max supply of 16.5 billion. And the main developer behind this project is Justin Vendetta, aka Cinerock. I hope they pronounced that correctly. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the good things about Verge. Well, as I've always said, I think this privacy and anonymity space has lasting power in the crypto world because you've always heard people saying how various niches aren't really ripe for disruption from blockchain in general because of adoption issues or just other hurdles to keep it from really getting traction. But cryptocurrencies are always going to have a use case in terms of privacy and anonymity. So just by being in this space, I think it has a lot of promise. And I really like how it focuses on IP address obfuscation by default by baking in Tor and I2P, and how it offers a public-private ledger choice so that you can put your transactions on the public ledger and make it easily verifiable, or you could do it in the private ledger as well. And also, it's tradable on many exchanges, so this provides extra liquidity for easy access. It's relatively well known compared to a lot of the other smaller coins in this niche, which really no one has ever heard about except a handful of people, and so it's always good to have media coverage. And they've also put effort on the mobile side, which is something that a lot of crypto coins have not done. And many people ask for mobile apps to make it more accessible because the world has really shifted to more mobile usage compared to desktop. And so by focusing on mobile, this is really good in terms of adoption. And also just in terms of fairness, accessibility, or decentralization, they have multi-algorithm mining, which makes it more accessible to people. Little to no pre-mine, which is always good so that the developers can't control all of the coins and manipulate it as such. And also it's open source and community driven. But now to the bad parts about Verge, from my opinion. First of all, a lot of bad PR. There's all this John McAfee drama and also XVG Whale, who is really unprofessional in terms of the tweets that he puts out. Whether or not Verge is officially associated with him or not isn't the point. The fact is that this person is a de facto spokesperson, in a sense, for Verge, is not good, in my opinion, and does not bode well in the public eye for normal investors like me. And also, they have a lot of wallets available, but there are many problems with using them currently. For example, I've downloaded a couple of their Mac wallet options and had problems installing it. It's not as user-friendly as I expected. And also the Android wallet. You can go on Google Play Store if you have Android and check out all the problems that people face. Just take a look at the reviews. Don't take my own word for it. They also have a pretty small development team. They claim that they have a lot of people in terms of contributors, but go take a look at GitHub and go to the contributor section and sort them by commits. There's actually very few people that have done significant work on this project in recent months. And also, if you recall, in late 2017, the Wraith release, which is something that the public was really excited about, was delayed many, many times. It was really botched from that perspective, in my opinion, and frankly left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths about Verge in general. And there's also the question on if there's any real tech innovation for this coin. Some people dub this a Franken coin because they piece together a lot of tech from other coins to make this coin. So nothing new going on is what they say. Because first of all, you can technically use any coin with Tor and I2P. Verge just makes it a little bit more convenient. It's how they're selling it. Also, stealth addresses, which they added in the Wraith protocol, has already existed in the Bitcoin world for a long time and has been implemented on a lot of other coins as well. And there's also limits to stealth addresses, which is a problem if they really want to become private and anonymous, or at least have that option, which is why they wanted to put out the Wraith protocol, right? Because first of all, with stealth addresses, the sender's privacy is not protected, only the recipient. For sender's privacy to be protected, you need ring signatures, which is what Monero also has. And you also require many people to use this feature in order to be effective, so you can hide among similar transactions. I'm not going to dig into each of these that much, but you can do a simple Google search about the limitations of stealth addresses or just how stealth addresses work in general to take a look at these concerns and make your own decision. So finally, we come to the question on would I personally invest? And once again, this is not financial advice, purely my own opinion as a cryptocurrency investor in this space. So maybe I would a little at these low prices, only if I'm looking to diversify more into the privacy and anonymity space. But honestly, I prefer Monero and Zcash a lot more if I haven't gotten into the space at all, because they are more proven and innovative tech-wise, and they have less FUD surrounding them in general. And of course, you can say having FUD isn't really the fault of a coin, but it is in terms of how you steer the narrative and how the community reacts in terms of if they're professional about it or if they just give themselves a bad name by getting really pissy about the FUD and just like downvoting everyone on Reddit or just using really toxic means of responding to legitimate concerns. So some improvements I would like to see with this Verge project. More transparency by the team in terms of like what they're doing, in terms of how they're handling various concerns that people have. A more focused and coordinated PR effort so that the narrative can't be just a free-for-all and controlled by FUDers or shillers like XVG Whale and John McAfee. And most importantly, continued and consistent innovation of the core protocol, which is very, very important in this privacy and anonymity space, in my opinion. More so important than like partnerships and other stuff that coins and other niches have to work on as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it very useful and informative. And as always, I'm not perfect, so please forgive me if I made a mistake. And let me know in the comments below what you disagree with. And also leave me a comment below about what coin you want me to cover next. And subscribe if you haven't already to catch us on future episodes. And this is Kevin. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.